Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Blackwell Epiphany. It's your boy Karagol Gaming, and you know how we do things around here. Let's head on over to Grey School, shall we? It's a brand new location to us. Apparently Father Ullman told us that...
No need to pay attention to that. There aren't any cars out tonight.
Michael would be in here, and he's in a state of distress, I guess you could say.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness.
How does he do that?
For his name's sake. And though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death...
Stay back, bestower. I've got a gun.
Just a second.
I said stay back.
Listen, man, first of all, how did you call out to me and continue on with your chanting at the same time? That's creepy. It's creepier than the gun. I'm not here to hurt you.
Whoa, calm down. I'm not here to hurt you.
Oh yeah? Tell that to Leah and George and the others.
The others?
Others? How many of you are there?
You don't even know that. You don't know a thing, do you? This wasn't the plan.
Plan?
Yes, our brilliant plan. We get the bestower to escort our souls to the next world. Protect us from this force that is after us. Instead, you let us be destroyed.
Look here, bitch. If you plan without me, you can't hold me accountable for this shit. I tried.
I tried. Honestly, I tried.
Tried. I'm sure that was a comfort to George and Leah while their very souls were being torn apart.
I'm sorry. Whatever is going on, it's new. I've never seen anything like it before.
I see. And what about him?
Huh?
Your friend. The man behind you. He hasn't said a word since you walked in here.
Me? Do you mean me?
Yes, you. Don't look so surprised. How else could I have known who you were? Now get out of here. You've been nothing but trouble ever since George went to look for you.
How?
I am so sick of guns.
Yeah, well, I'm sick of all this.
Don't shoot yourself.
Temper, my host.
Madeline?
That voice. It can't be.
I told you to stay in the other room.
Yes, my host, I know. But I had to intervene. These two know me, if I may.
Fine. Just make it quick. I'm losing concentration.
Mallone, Blackwell, what a pleasant surprise to see you both again.
Yeah, surprise is the word. What the hell are you doing here?
Is it not obvious? You freed me, Mallone, brought me back into this world, and as befits all of our kind, I had a host waiting for me, and so I have returned to my former duties.
Look, as much as I am touched by this reunion, I need to focus.
Perhaps we should all converse outside.
Fine, outside. Just leave me in peace.
Thank you, my host.
It's probably gonna be the last time we see you, huh? So, you're a bestower too?
You're a bestower too?
What gave it away? The spirit guide who won't leave me alone? Look, maintaining this circle leaves me a bit cranky. Sorry. If you can help, great. If not, well, I've made my peace with it. Just go talk to her. She's outside. I need to concentrate. I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff.
Blackwell, Mallone, it's been a long time since we've been able to converse.
You can say that. What you been up to?
It's been almost 6 months since Joey freed you. How come we're only seeing you now?
I admit the transition hasn't been pleasant. I have had 3 hosts since returning to this world. The first was an old man on the edge of death. He lingered for 6 weeks before finally succumbing to the inevitable. When the old man passed, I became bound to his niece for a time. She ran every time she saw me. I tried to keep my distance, give her time to adjust, but in the end, she fell down the stairs in an attempt to flee. The poor woman died, and I was passed to her brother, the man inside.
Do you know what's going on? Why are these souls being attacked?
I do not know. I wish I did. Like you, we saw it happen. We saw a soul being torn apart and could do nothing. I'm afraid my host became a little unreasonable after that.
Why was George looking for me?
We needed a bestower. A proper bestower. My host and I were not up to the task.
Eh?
It might be due to my time in the void. It might be because my host's soul has been marked by whatever is out there. But in any case, our abilities are limited. We cannot even help lost souls move on as you do. We can see them and talk to them, but that is all. Hence why we needed you.
Lucky us.
So what can we do? We don't even know what's going on.
Our theory was that you could help move these poor souls into the next world before they were destroyed, but it appears that it did not achieve the desired result.
You could say that, yeah.
You must investigate. My host and I are restricted, but you two are not. If anyone can help uncover why these poor spirits are being attacked and stop it, it is you.
You should really call me Rosangela.
Forgive me. When you are as old as I am, all the names blur together. So I tend to address those I speak to by their family name. It is just easier that way, and less painful. I'm afraid it is a habit that is difficult to break.
I understand. How are you doing?
So how'd you like being on the outside, as it were? I imagine it's better than being trapped wherever you were.
I had thought, I had hoped, that I would pass on, that being brought back to the mortal world would force me to obey mortal laws. Instead, No, it is not to be. I have returned to my former duties, therefore I must have further work to do. But yes, it is nicer than being trapped in the void. Did I ever thank you, Mallone?
Not as such, no.
Well, I must rectify that. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Anytime.
Consider it rectified.
Do you know anything about this Grace group?
I know that it meant a great deal to my host, as well as his friends. Whatever happened at those meetings, it greatly improved their lives. But obviously, it came at a cost.
So you don't know anything about this Grace group?
I'm afraid not. You know as much as I.
Do you know a place called the Karth House?
I'm afraid I do not.
Worth a shot?
There's a ghost haunting the empty apartment across from George Austin.
I see. Well, you know your duty. Go and save it.
What can you tell me about Father Michael?
Cooper is my host. We have not had the time to get to know each other better.
Is he always this ornery?
Do have some pity for him. He has lost his uncle, his sister, and several of his friends. He has been forced to accept the spirit world and the possible loss of his own soul, all within the span of a few weeks. If anyone deserves some understanding, it is he.
Is there anything else you can tell us about Michael?
Sadly, no. We have not had the time to get to know each other better.
Why do you let Father Michael push you around like that?
It is what my host wishes.
So?
Simply that. I must do what my host commands.
Right, seriously. What's the story?
No story, Mallone. If my host wishes me to leave him alone, I leave him alone.
That actually works?
Of course. It is my duty to do so.
Not with this guy.
So, Joey, could...
No.
Of course, some of us take our duties more seriously than others.
Well, I suppose we'll talk to you soon.
Of course.
I can't see any connection. He was part of the Grace group.
Yep. Sure, thank you. What happens if I call him?
No answer.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green
No
pastures.
answer.
He leads
Damn.
me beside the
Father Michael?
Yeah?
Yeah, what the hell is this
What
thing?
is this circle?
Oh, this. Madeline taught me how to do it. It prevents anything spiritual from getting to me. It takes some concentration to maintain, so I'm sorry if I seem a bit inhospitable.
It's okay.
I can't believe there's another medium in New York.
Medium?
Sorry, I mean bestower. I've been calling myself medium for so long I sometimes forget.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's not like I have anyone to talk to about this stuff. Nobody living, anyway.
Hey, look, I'd love to swap ghost stories with you, but it takes all my concentration to maintain the circle.
Right, sorry. Maybe we'll have coffee later? You know, after we save your soul and everything.
Sure, sounds great.
So, can we get to the shits? Like, how do you... Who is trying to get you and how are they getting to you? Is it this Gavin's organization thing?
How did he learn what was happening?
You mean that our souls were being taken?
Yeah.
It was a few weeks ago. I was at the bedside of a friend. Jeffrey, his name was. He went to the Grace Group meetings back in the day. Like me, he had been in a car accident. Hit and run. He was dying, and he wanted me there. And when he died, I saw it. His spirit being torn apart. He screamed. I'll never forget that scream.
I know. I saw it too.
Anyway, with Madeline's help, I began looking into other members of the group and learned it was happening to all of us. You know the rest.
So you're working with Madeline?
Working? I guess you could call it that. I've been too busy being scared to give it any serious thought.
So why'd you send Madeline outside?
Her presence disturbs my concentration, so she's keeping as far away as she can until this is resolved.
What about us?
You're the ones who are going to save my hide. For you, I'll make the extra effort to focus.
Now look at here, you little bastard. Her presence is the very reason that you are safe right now, and you can't demand my help. Yeah, man, you can't demand my help. You don't own us.
Could you tell me about the Grace Group? It was some kind of self-help group?
About 20 years ago, I was a very different person. I suppose you could call me an alcoholic, although I wouldn't have said it at the time. Then I saw an ad in the newspaper. It promised to help folks like me find their way. It seemed to be some kind of hippie self-help group, but I went to a meeting anyway. I don't remember much about the meetings, but somehow I had discovered that going to seminary school was something I had to do. It all made sense.
Made sense.
I just knew it was what I was meant to be doing, and I was right.
Anything else?
Is there anything else you could tell us about the Grace Group?
No, you know everything I do.
Bollocks.
There are tons of case files listed here.
What was this fella's name? Jeffrey what?
Did you know that there's a ghost across the roof from George's apartment?
Really?
Do you know anything about it?
Sadly, no. I'm sorry.
What about yourself? Is there anything we should know?
Look, you're not exactly catching me at my best here. I can't do anything. I'm not a true bestower like you are. Madeline says she's been weakened, or I've been weakened, or something. She doesn't know. Believe me, if I could do what you can do, I'd be out there trying to stop this. But I can't. So all I can do is hide.
Anything else?
Anything else you can tell me about yourself?
No, I just want this to be over. One way or the other.
Gotcha. So what happened at the Grace Group meetings?
What happened at these meetings?
That's just it. I don't remember. Until recently, I never questioned it before. How messed up is that? I'd go, I'd sit down and leave. I'd meet with the other members for coffee afterward. What on earth did we talk about? We must have found something. But I do remember a man. Benjiro. He ran the meetings.
Benjiro?
Yeah, Japanese guy. I don't remember anything else about him.
No last name?
How many people went to these meetings?
There were 6 of us. You already know about Leah and George and myself. The others are dead.
Who were they?
Jeffrey.
Does it matter? They are dead. Their souls were taken.
Even still, tell me.
Jeffrey Dutta, Heather Goffstein, Peter Fielding.
Heather! That's it! Wait. So, the one who signed the note, that was Jeffrey Dutta, wasn't it? Holy shit. Hold on now.
So the man who ran the Grace Group meetings was named Benjiro?
Yeah, Japanese guy. I don't remember anything else about him.
Just gave me a whole lot of ammunition here, bro.
Could you tell me about Jeffrey?
God, Jeffrey Dutta. Talk about transfiguration. When he walked into that Grace Group meeting, I thought he was in the wrong place. I mean, the guy was a Wall Street broker, for crying out loud. He could have bought the church and everything in it. But he later confessed that he tried to kill himself. Twice.
So what happened to him?
He became a professional dog walker. Can you believe it? He used to pocket millions a year plus bonuses. Then he was picking up dog crap for $25 an hour and smiling about it. He was hit by a car crossing the street. A hit and run. I was at his bedside when he died. Madeline had been around for about a month at that point, so I saw his spirit rise from his body. I thought I was supposed to help him, but instead You know what happened next.
Anything else?
Is there anything else you could tell us about Jeffrey Dutta?
No, there's nothing left to say. I saw his spirit being ripped apart. I just want to forget it.
Gotcha. How about Peter Fielding?
Could you tell me about Peter?
Peter Fielding, yes. I never had much contact with him. He died several months ago. I'm afraid it's too late for him.
You saw his soul being taken?
Well, no. He died before Madeline came into my life, so I can't say for sure. But he went to Grace Group meetings, and he's dead. What other conclusion can I reach?
Come on now. Didn't actually see it happen.
Tell me about Heather Goffstein. You said she was a member of your group.
Yes, she was one of us. I asked George if he knew where she was. He told me she was dead. I'm afraid it's too late for her.
Is this like Peter? Did you actually see her soul being taken?
No, I didn't. Thank heaven I didn't. Seeing it happen once is more than I can take.
So you don't know for sure.
Not as...
So you don't know.
Not as...
Gotcha. Okay.
How exactly did Peter Fielding die?
Why? Are you going to try and find his spirit? There is no spirit. It's gone.
Don't be like
You said
that.
it yourself. You don't know for sure.
It was some kind of accident. I'm not sure of the details. I read about his death in the obituaries. Too late for his funeral, sadly, but I said a prayer for him.
Can you
Anything
tell me
else?
again how Peter...
I told you before.
Just
It was some kind of accident. I read about his death.
That doesn't say much.
how
but
did Heather Goffstein die?
I'm afraid I don't know. George was the one who kept in touch with her. He told me she died, but he didn't tell me how or when. I suppose it doesn't matter anymore.
Okay.
All right, Michael. We're going to go.
Of course. Godspeed to the both of you. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's
Nah.
sake.
You need
Though I
to
walk
be
through
quiet.
the
I need to
valley of
fucking
the
think
shadow
here,
of
okay?
death, I will
I need to think. So, what we have here is, I'm assuming Heather Goffstein is the roof ghost.
I don't think those are connected in any way.
What? Well done. I'm out. The chamber is empty. Anything else?
Madeline?
Yes, Blackwell.
Do you know anything about this Benjiro guy?
Michael said that a man named Benjiro ran the Grace Group meetings.
My host has said as much to me, yes. Sadly, he does not remember much about him.
Could you tell me about Jeffrey?
I'm afraid not.
Do you know anything about Peter Fielding? He was in the Grace Group with Michael.
I have never met him. He passed away before I became bonded with my host.
Michael believes his soul was already taken.
He might be right, but he may not be. If his spirit still exists, you are the ones to find it.
Do you know
do
anything
that.
about Heather Goffstein? She was in the Grace Group with Michael.
I know of her, but I have never met her. She passed away before my host and I became bonded. I never encountered her spirit.
Michael believes her soul was already taken.
It is certainly possible, but I refuse to lose hope until I see the evidence.
Okay. So,
Well,
Of course.
Jeffrey Dutta. Okay. Peter Fielding.
so
Got a
Peter
match.
Fielding owned a gym in Murray Hill. Worth a visit, I suppose.
Passed away last night after suffering a fatal accident. Peter was self-described as a healthy nut, and a personal trainer whose facility Field's gym was well loved by many in the Murray Hill neighborhood. He will be missed. Okay, so Heather... What was the last one? Heather... Fuck. Goffstein. I don't fucking know. But I can spell it. God damn it. Okay, let's move out. So Fields Gym.
Joey, could you come out here?
What is it?
Let's try this again. No, wait, not you.
Huh.
You.
Hi there.
Hello again, mister. What brings you by?
Come on, what?
No. You'll fix.
I know her name,
Are
but...
you sure you...
No. Please stop.
Well, whoever...
Say I.
I don't know how I can connect your name. Guess this was a dead end for now. Let's leave. Damn, she's going at it.
In my day, gyms were for sweaty weightlifter guys. These days, it's all toothpicks.
Looks nice and warm in there. Of course, so would an ice factory right now. It seems to open with a key card.
How about you?
Looks like some kind of headshot photo. Probably someone famous who uses the gym. Let's see here. Tanya Corsi. Hey, wait a second. Is that... Yeah, that's the spook from George's roof.
Tanya Corsi. Okay.
A calendar with a marker pen attached. Run, run, run like a hamster on a wheel. She's sweating so much she didn't even notice.
Fucking mean, dude.
That looks like a torture device. TV showing some energetic broad in yoga pants. Nobody here.
Hey, does it look right? Seriously, does it look right?
Does what look right?
The light bulb. I could swear it was blinking.
It looks fine to me.
Huh. I gotta do everything myself around here.
So, it must be Peter.
Looks to be in his 50s? It's hard to say. He's got the hair of an older man, but the body that most guys in their 20s would envy. He obviously worked out religiously, for all the good it did him.
Let's keep one-track mind here. Let's deal with Tanya first. We'll deal with Peter later.
So, I found a spook.
It wasn't Peter Fielding, was it?
I'm not sure. I didn't ask his name. What?
It's like, this is the 5th game in the series. I'm so fucking disappointed in you, Joey. Well, fuck, I'm trying to do this methodically, you
So,
know.
have you heard of this Tanya Corsi person?
Tanya Corsi? Was she in the gym?
No, it's the name of our roof spook. Is she famous or something?
You could say that. She has a TV show.
I think you mean she had a TV show. Let's get going.
Huh.
Tanya was the host of the Good Morning Show. I remember hearing that they got a new host, but I didn't know this was the reason. Channel 11. I think their head office is in Penn Plaza. Can't hurt to ask around.
Gotcha. It is with tremendous sadness that we announce the passing of Tanya Corsi after a tragic accident. Funny how that happens, doesn't it? Most only knew her as the charming and bubbly host of Channel 11 Good Morning Show. But those who work closely with her know her as the razor-sharp intellect who paid her dues and became one of the most loved, best-loved media personalities in the world. She'll be deeply, deeply missed.
Hi.
Yes, miss?
Do you know anything about Tanya Corsi?
Who?
She hosted a major television show. She lived across from George.
Oh, sorry, I don't watch a lot of television. And that apartment's been vacant as long as I've worked here. So, I'm afraid I can't tell you anything.
Okay, that's fine. Well, we did have a new destination open up to us, so let's go ahead and peep that, shall we? Newsroom.
The local news is airing. They're talking about the weather. Again.
Big surprise there. Empty desks.
It's pretty empty here tonight. I guess the weather even affects the media. Looks like he's got a bunch of news wire reports open. Oh, and Minesweeper. Excuse me.
Hmm?
Hi, I'm Rosangela Blackwell. Do you work here?
Certainly do.
Jim Peebles, senior producer. How can I help you?
Peebles.
So what do you do here?
I'm the head producer for the Good Morning Show with Kathy Carden.
Isn't that Tanya Corsi's old show?
Yes, it is.
It's pretty empty here tonight.
Well, look outside. The weather's horrible and almost everybody commutes to work. Nobody can get in, so we're running on a skeleton crew.
Did you work here when Tanya was alive?
Yes, why do you ask?
I'm looking into her death.
Wasn't it an accident?
And that's why I'm looking into it, just to be sure.
Huh. Well, all right.
So what do you know, Jim?
Can you tell me about yourself?
Me? Well, what you see is what you get. I started
Nothing.
working at a copywriter's desk about 30 years ago. Worked my way up to producer. Been here ever since.
Can you tell me about yourself?
Me? Well, I started...
A note was found in Tanya's apartment. It was signed J.
And?
And your name begins with J. Did you write it?
Seriously?
You're in journalism. You know that any lead is worth following.
Well, sorry, I didn't write any note to Tanya. Not that I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anything about the death of Peter Fielding? He owned a gym in Murray Hill.
No, although you've reminded me I haven't hit the gym in a while. I suppose I should go.
Have you ever heard the name Benjiro?
Benjiro? No, I'm afraid I haven't.
I know I skipped Jeffrey.
Do you know a priest by the name...
I'm afraid I haven't been to church in a long time.
What can you tell me about Tanya?
I liked her. Some anchors think they're the be-all and end-all, but not her. She knew we were all in this together, and worked well with all of us. That's how you make a news show. Everyone needs to help each other.
Anything else?
Can you tell me anything else about Tanya?
Well, like I said, we all miss her. There's nothing else to say.
I suppose.
Do you have a record of a Jeffrey Dutta? He was killed in a hit and run.
Sorry, no.
There are tons of case files. There's the self-help circle that held meetings a long time ago. It was called the Grace Group. Ever hear of it?
Sorry, no.
Gotcha. Well, I can't say we got much out of you, but...
Well, thanks for your time, Mr. Peebles. I might be back later.
Sure thing. I'm not going anywhere.
Right.
I don't have time to search all...
Let's hit our friend Corey up and see if we can get any information out of these names.
Officer Palmer?
Yeah. What can I do for you?
Got a couple of names here I'd like you to look up. Benjiro.
I'm trying to find someone named Benjiro. He ran some kind of self-help circle called the Grace Group.
Let's see. No, nothing on file. Sorry.
Do you have a record of a Jeffrey Dutta? He was killed in a hit and run.
Let's see. Yep, hit and run, like you said. Technically, the case is open, but nobody has any hopes that it will be solved.
How about Peter Fielding?
Can you tell me anything about the death of a Mr. Peter Fielding?
Okay, let's see. Yep, here he is. Peter Fielding, age 54, owned a fitness center in Murray Hill called Field's Gym. He fell off a ladder while fixing a light bulb in the locker room, hit his head on the bench, and bled to death. Nobody found him for several hours. An ambulance was called and pronounced him dead at the scene.
Nothing more than that?
That's pretty open and shut. Accidental death?
Well, didn't the freaking note say 58?
Well,
though?
I bet.
Sure.
Hold on a minute here. Palmer, you lying to me, bro? 58! What you mean? You did it.
Officer Palmer?
Yeah. What can I do for you?
Is there anything else you can tell me about Peter Fielding's death?
Just what I told you. It was open and shut. Accidental death.
Uh-huh.
Do you have any record of a Heather Goffstein?
Let me check. Nope, nothing on Heather Goffstein. Sorry.
So wait, are you always working the reception? How did you end up at what was her name? Damn it, I'm drawing a blank. Leah's house. How did you know? Who tipped you off?
Is there anything in the system about a Jim Peebles?
Let's see. Nope. Whoever he is, he's clean.
Okay.
Do you have any record of a Heather Goffstein?
Let me check. Nope, nothing on Heather Goffstein. Sorry.
Okay. How about Tanya?
Do you know anything about Tanya Corsi's death?
Tanya Corsi? What are you doing getting involved with her?
It's
Complicated.
Yeah, I get it. Durkin warned me it might get weird. Anyway, there's not much to tell. She slipped in her shower and hit her head on the tub. She fell unconscious and she drowned. The coroner did an autopsy on her and found traces of whiskey and Valium in her system. Not a good combination.
She killed herself?
If you believe the tabloids, then yeah. But the coroner says no. There wasn't much in her system to actually kill her, but it was enough to make her a bit clumsy.
So it was just an accident.
So it would seem.
Well, I'd better go. Thanks for the help.
Sure.
I don't trust you, Palmer. Let me be the first one to say. George Austin. Let's go ahead and talk with this ghosty ghost.
Joey, could you come out here?
Relax. Hi there.
Hello again, mister. What brings you by?
You're Tanya Corsi, aren't you? You're in television.
I knew you'd get it. That's me, Tanya Corsi, host of the Good Morning Show on Channel 11. Now all the mystery is gone.
Are you sure you don't know anything about this note?
No, I don't know anything about any note. Please stop asking about it.
Do you know anything about a self-help organization called the Grace Group?
Grace Group? No, I haven't. Sorry.
It's okay.
You ever go to the Carth House? Dumpy place in Chelsea.
Sorry, no.
So, Tanya, tell me about yourself.
You want to get to know the real Tanya Corsi. The Tanya that you don't read about in the tabloids and magazines?
If you let me.
I barely know you, Mr. Mallone. Although if you swing by more often, you might learn a thing or two.
Come on, tell me something about yourself. Must be nice for someone like you to be asked a question for once.
You've been doing nothing but ask questions since you came in here.
Fair point.
Anything else?
Come on, tell.
You've been...
Do you know a Michael Cooper?
I don't.
That's fine.
Does the name Benjiro ring any bells?
Benjiro? Is that Japanese?
I believe so.
Sorry, I don't know anyone named Benjiro.
Do you know a guy named Jeffrey Dutta?
Sorry, I don't.
You know him, I know that much, but...
Do you know a Heather Goffstein?
No. No, I don't.
Or
Sorry.
assume you do.
Come
Let's
on.
try it.
That note on the floor, it has Heather written on it.
So, like I told you, it has no meaning to me. I don't know any Heather.
So, I heard you go to Peter Fielding's gym.
I do. Or rather, I did. After what happened to him, I just couldn't.
You mean his...
Death? Yes. So senseless.
So senseless. I thought it was an accident.
So, can you tell me anything about Peter?
A brutal taskmaster is what he was. But I can't deny he got results.
Nope, I can't deny it either. I met one of your producers, Jim?
What about him?
Oh, nothing. I was just wondering what you could tell me about him.
I don't spread gossip, mister. Except when I'm on the air.
Got him.
You sure you can't tell me anything else about Jim?
If you want to get to know him, ask him yourself.
Fine. I don't think we're gonna get much more out of you. So we're just gonna leave
Well,
you.
Tanya, I have to get going, but I'll see you around.
Ta.
Ta. And I'll bid you motherfuckers ta as well, because it's time to call it an episode. Next episode, we'll delve further into these cases. Maybe we'll go ahead and talk to Peter's ghost. Maybe. But that's gonna have to wait. Until then, this has been your boy Karagol Gaming. I'm out of here. Love y'all and deuces.